Arguably the greatest linebacker of all time, Dick Butkus, had this to say about Nakobe Dean. He says Nakobe Dean showed tremendous poise and character, receiving the Butkus Award this weekend, and we expect big things from him in the future. Dick Butkus, Hall of Famer, and the guy that college football has named its linebacker award after, with really big praise of Nakobe Dean. Not a surprising thing when you consider the success that Nakobe Dean has had and what he should have going into hopefully a very long NFL career. It's Dean Legge again with you. I want to remind you to get Dogstruction. Gotten We're really happy with the amount of orders we've got. We're going to get the book out to you late this month or early March. You're not going to want to miss out on this. This is a keepsake commemorative book that you're going to have on your coffee table for the rest of your life, and it's going to show behind the scenes stuff you've never seen before in print. Make sure you're getting Dogstruction. Click the link right down below. It's really a must have as we head into NFL draft season. And Nakobe Dean is going to be one of the guys taken in the first round of the NFL draft. I don't know. With Nakobe Dean, the recruiting world, the coaches in the SEC that are in the recruiting world felt like he was a very small Roquan Smith. One referred to him as Baby Roquan, and Nakobe got the one thing that Roquan didn't, which was a national championship. But they both are going to be linebackers that you can depend on in the NFL, particularly when you're going in the NFL from numbers to numbers. I mean, from the hashes in the NFL are not real wide, but the numbers are. And I've just seen too much of Nakobe Dean through the years. He The speed gets on you real quick, and DJ Uiagalelei at Clemson found out real fast that speed kills. And it's not like Clemson's got a lot of guys using walkers to get around. I mean, they got some real speed over there too. But I think the congestion of speed that this 21 defense had at Georgia got on top of him real quick. And one of the moments that we talk about in the book was Christopher Smith's 72-yard, but I don't know how many yards it was, interception that won that game for Georgia and set them on the path to win the national championship. That play, on that play, and I write about this in Dogstruction right down below. Nakobe is blitzing on that play, and he's shooting through a gap that's left open because another defender for the Dogs is coming from the outside. I can't remember who it was exactly. It might have been Nolan Smith. But Nakobe gets through that gap so fast that DJ has to get rid of the ball, and it's a bad throw. I mean, it's a throw to the inside, and Chris Smith's just sitting on it. He takes maybe, I don't know, 2 steps backwards, and he sees immediately what's coming. That's the other thing about a Kirby Smart, defense. Dan Lanning certainly getting all the credit, and he should this past year. But Kirby's defenses through the years understand what's coming. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. I mean, it's not that they can always stop it. You see the Alabama game this past year, but they know what's coming. And the adjustments that they make, particularly after the half, are what separates Alabama, Georgia from pretty much everybody else that's not Ohio State. When Nakobe came flying through that hole, um, DJ Uiagalelei could not settle his feet, which he had a hard time doing to begin with. And he let go of a pass, and he was not accurate much of that night. Honestly, he's not been a very good quarterback as a starter. He's been a good replacement quarterback, that's for sure. But he didn't settle his feet, and Chris Smith ran into legendary status that night in Charlotte. And we have a picture of that in the book. the book gave me the ability to use a lot of images that you just can't use online. They don't get the same pop. And one of the Clemson section is 6 pages, and one of the pages is two of the pages is a double truck photo, which means two sides, both sides of the whole. You open the book, the whole page is there. And running back with Chris on that play is De'Aaron Kendrick, Latravius Brini, and I'm pretty sure, and I'm looking right now to make sure I'm not making a mistake in what I tell y'all, but I think Nakobe Dean comes blasting in there at the end. I'm pretty certain of that actually, and it just shows not just that Nakobe. Not only did he make the pressure, but he gets down the field and celebrates with those guys in the end zone. And Chris Smith, you know, Chris Smith's jog down the sideline into legendary status is one of those moments that it was so fast. All right, so here's the book. I was talking about that picture. I want to make sure that I got that right, which is, and of course, this is the section here on Clemson. And right here, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but right there, we talk about the play where Nakobe Dean pressures. Guys, there's all sorts of pictures of Nakobe in this section actually. Pressures DJ Uiagalelei, and I can't make this bigger. I guess I could like this, but I can't really necessarily tell. But this section of it talks about that play. And there's Nakobe Dean right down there. You see him right there in the bottom corner. He had pressured DJ to make that throw, and of course the throw was not ideal. Okay, it was to the inside, but that happened because of Nakobe Dean's pressure. And there are four players right there dancing in the Charlotte night that Saturday night as Georgia took on Clemson and beat them 10-3. And you notice, Chris Smith, huge interception. The guy that's just trailing off the page there, Keely Ringo, who made another really important interception that we talk about later in the book, back here with Georgia Bama. You're not going to want to miss it. I'm telling you, you're going to miss out on this book. You do not want to miss out on this book, but I just showed it just for a second. But this is just me going through it real quick. But in this moment right here where they get Clemson, Georgia missed out on some opportunities, and they didn't they didn't knock out Clemson the way they should have. But I'm going to tell you right now that that moment was a huge moment, and it was a moment that a lot of people in Clemson feel like DJ never recovered from. And I just, because of Nakobe and what he did on that play, I just wanted to spotlight that for a second because it really was a big moment in the game. And Chris Smith gets all the credit. He made the play, and he ran around DJ at the end with about 6-7 yards to go. But Georgia, excuse me, the NFL is getting a great linebacker from Georgia in Nakobe Dean. And what Dick Butkus is saying there, we expect great things. It's hard to argue that you won't have great things from Nakobe Dean, one of the best linebackers to come out of Georgia in a really long time. I expect him to be a first-round guy. I showed you a lot of DAWGSTRUCTION. Sorry it was so jumpy there in the middle, but make sure that you get it down below. You're not going to want to miss out on this book. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the website.